Hi, KOG here. I'll be doing a reaction to The Rise of BANGTAN, Chapter 8, I Need You. Hayang Yeonhwa. Now, this is the album, that really got big, right? Um, so let's relax because, in the beginning, it was heartbreaking to watch, all these guys like sleep in one room and mistreated and they had no power and getting stepped on and by idiots and all that stuff. But yeah, just like what it says, the most beautiful moment in life, when things just begin to get really better. So I think it's so appropriate that this album and they're flowering, the how they just start to like totally bloom like a flower, they just got everything is going. So let's relax together and watch this thing. Now, so that big red letters, Hwayang Yeonhwa. Um, well, it's not exactly Korean. Yeah, we're reading it as Korean, but those are Chinese characters. I think the origin is from China. Um, I think it's from the movie or something related to that. Because when I first heard that name, only thing I could remember is the movie. It's a beautiful movie. If you well, I don't know if you guys would like something like this, but with Maggie Cheung, and she's one of my favorite actresses ever. And what it means is the Hua means flower, Yang means like shape, and Yan is year or time, and Hua means it's like shining, like brightly. So basically, what shape of flower looks like flower, and the time of shining or time to shine type of a deal. So yeah, the best time, usually about youth, when you're like the flower that bloom and the best time of your life, probably like early 20s, late teens, that type of a deal. Anyway, so it's translated as the most beautiful moment in life, which is done very well. It's lovely. Oh, if you guys hear something weird, it's because my cat is trying to get in and trying to open the door, and got it. I hate it. But what can I do? So let's get going. Hwayang Yeonhwa.
Each year, over 100 idol groups debut. Only a handful actually make it. So, I'm gonna split into three categories. Famous idol group, half famous idol group, and nobody knows, not famous idol group. The first group I want to talk about is the famous idol groups. They're famous, they make money, you don't have to worry about them. The bottom group, because they're not famous, they have freedom. The company won't invest any more money in them. That means their contracts are nullified, they're free to do whatever they want. The half famous idols, the groups that do okay, they're actually the worst. So I like to talk about the big three, YG, SM, and JYP.
Oh, who was that guy? Anyway, I don't know, little British accent. Henry Prince. Mac or MAK? Is he calling himself Prince? Anyway, this is so true. Yeah. Like what happened just a while ago. Like the Brave Girls, they're really nice, hardworking ladies who really work hard. Um, who got who were in the middle of nowhere for longest time, and they got screwed over by shady. I think he went to jail too, a long time ago. CEO. Yeah, something like that. I mean, they're like in the middle of nowhere, so they end up like barely paying back. See, the thing is, let's say you make a certain amount of money, right? But I told you guys that you have to pay back all the money that it took them uh to debut, right? So idol system, you don't pay nothing, but you know The company spends all the money to get to that point. And if you're only making money so that you can just sustain yourself, and if that group is not making enough money, then you can't even really pay back the initial investment the company made, right? It's like staying at zero. It's like, so your debt is still there and you're not really paying it back. So company doesn't give you much or any money. So you're like dirt poor. But at the same time, you're kind of doing okay to sustain your group. So like, what are you going to do? So you get no money. You're like dirt poor. But at the same time, you're like, you can't really get out of the team, or what are you going to do, right? Anyway, so in case of the Brave Girls, I mean, they tried really hard. I mean, they were used to be known as like Kuntongyang, man. Just they had no place to go or to get any money or anything, so they don't pay much. But they went to all the like army bases in Korea, because all Korean men have to go to army. And you know, what I heard is they really, really earnestly sang and like entertained the troops, right? So they might not have hit it big, you know, out in the public, but you know, army guys and those guys were really appreciative of how, you know, how hard they tried and all that stuff. So they became kind of like the core base of Brave Girls. And just before they were about to quit, and just before they're about to quit, one of the songs like hit it big, and now they were talk of the town, and then, you know, and yeah, the CEO of the company, he's a douchebag. So what he did is he took all the money and didn't invest in the team anymore, and not much of it. So they all quit and came out, and they went to another company, I heard. Anyway, I don't know how they're doing, but you know, if they come back, help them out, man. They're really nice. Seems like they're nice girls, you know, and were screwed over by shady guys. And they need. I think they deserve some. They deserve some success, or you know, just something. Anyway,
They have freedom. The company won't invest anymore. Talk about the big three: YG, SM, and JYP.
3대 기획사인데 SM, YG, JYP?
SM, JYP랑 YG에서 3대.
Big Three privilege is a term people in the K-pop community use to refer to privileges some groups receive for being a part of a large company.
So I think there can be quite a few definitions for the Big Three privilege, but I think the most unanimously agreed on one is that artists from the Big Three, meaning JYP, YG, and SM, have a privilege when it comes to success and popularity.
The Big Three companies have built a legacy and reputation in the entertainment industry in the last 20 years. They typically have a lot more artists, all very popular on some level. And these artists bring ratings. There's a lot of negotiation and a lot of pull to make sure that these Korean TV shows and even concerts have the best ratings and attendance for advertisers. It's a big circle and not exclusive to Korea. This is everywhere in the world, because when it comes down to it, it's all about what makes more money, whether you like it or not.
For example, if a company wants their new group on a music program, they'll often have to offer up their more popular idols for variety shows or other programming on that same network. Those same companies often have their hands in other parts of the entertainment industry, so idols from said companies are more likely to get CFs or cast in musicals, variety shows, and dramas. The privileges aren't limited to the Big Three. Any group from a company that's large, has popular acts, and has a steady cash flow will experience at least some sort of privilege. Debuting from a Big Three company and having these privileges doesn't mean your favorite idols don't work hard. No one is saying that. It just means you're more likely to be rewarded for your hard work.
When it comes to social media and online's presence, the Big Three's power is mostly present when it comes to Korea. The K-pop's Big Three power does not have the same effect on international fans.
Please show a lot of love to the middle tier K-pop groups.
oh, this is, yeah, exactly. Anyway, did you guys, you know, the so-called Big Three, SM, JYP, and the YG? I think they're kind of narcissistic if you really think about it, because all the company names are like their names, like Isuman, Suman, so SM, right? SUMAN probably, or SOOMAN. That's probably how he writes his name. JYP, that's his initials. YG is, Yang Hyun-suk. So, but I think YANG and I don't know, something to do with his name. That's why it's so, I don't know. Even after they become a big company, they run it like it's their like own. And I don't know, if the company goes public, it's no longer yours. But anyway, that's the how the company started, and they're absolutely right about all the things they said. So the middle tier of K-pop groups, they really, okay, this is what's happening in Korea right now. Middle to small companies, they have no chance in Korea. There isn't. So many groups are coming from like the major companies. They're so well backed. They have the best talents. They have so much money for marketing. They have all the connections, like they said. And you know what? Now there's HYBE. All right. And now HYBE is bigger than all three of them. And they also acquired smaller companies. And those smaller companies and groups, now they're well funded. And they also enjoy the privileges. So the Korean market is saturated because, you don't change your favorite group every year, right? Like if you love a group and it lasts years sometimes, so like sometimes forever. So what happened is there's no market in Korea anymore. So all the middle to smaller tier companies, their only chance is to go for the foreign market. And you know what? See, that's where the BTS comes in. They were in the same shoes, but at that time, the middle tier groups, they still thought they could fight these big guys, and they tried really hard. But I think the BTS was the first one where you're small, you're from a little small company, but they just went right for the world market. They found a new way of marketing, and hey, rest is history.
The not so famous ones. I don't want to name any groups, but you know who they are, right?
Who's this guy?
콘서트가 지금 이제 했었는데 이런 거 해보고 싶기도 했고 되게 담아가서 간직하고 싶다는 생각도 많이 했고 이렇게 팬분들을 이렇게 찍어 왔는데 어디서 팬 카페였나? 거기서 이제 팬들은 자기 가수한테 기억되고 싶다는 말을 들어서 사실상 똘똘이가 아니어서 다 기억할 수가 없기 때문에 뭔가 이 영상을 보면서 되게 더 열심히 해야지 내 팬들한테 더 좋은 음악, 더 좋은 무대 보여드려야지 이런 생각을 많이 할 수 있는 영상인 것 같다. 이제 컴백이 얼마 남지 않.
Man, these guys were just such nice bunch of young guys.
멤버들이 안 다치고 몸이 안 아프고 그냥 좋은 앨범이 빨리 나왔으면 좋겠다. 그 생각뿐인 것 같다 요즘은.
Yeah.
2015년 4월 4일 새벽 2시 치민의 로그 끝. 바이바이.
맨실이 소리쳐 하지만 세상은 되는 겁죠. 그럴 거
I think this album, they became natural. You know, before they were just trying to fit themselves into a mold. For example, in the beginning, it was the mold of like rappers, young rappers, and then they're trying to mold them, you know, like represent or like the students. Of course, I mean it's conceptual and you know it shows how they're growing up, but here, starting from here, you know, you can tell what they wear and what they do. They're becoming just themselves. It's like, man, I graduated from all that. I'm just me, us, you know, which is cool. But and what's cool is that this is when they really, really, you know, start to get traction.
둘, 셋, 안녕하세요,
첫 번째 순서로 한번 진행해 볼까 하는데요.
그렇습니다.
방탄소년단의 세 번째 미니 앨범 화양연화 파트 1이 나왔습니다. 박수.
사실 저희가 학교 3부작이 끝난 이후에
네.
어떤 식으로 다음 앨범을 만들까 굉장히 고민을 많이 했어요.
많이 했죠.
그래서 생각이 든 게 우리가 또 19살부터 24살까지 굉장히 다양한 연령대가 분포하고 있지 않습니까?
그렇죠.
그래서 만들고 싶었던 게 청춘이에요.
네.
이 청춘에 근데 마냥 아름다움보다는 조금 더 불안하고 위태로운 그런 것들에서 좀 더 포커스를 맞춰서 다 같이 앨범을 만들게 되었습니다.
근데 저희 비주얼이
네.
예전과는 사뭇 달라서
그렇습니다.
이제 팬분들이 많이 놀라셨을 것 같아요.
그렇죠.
이번 저희가 새로운 비주얼을 하고 나와서
네.
굉장히 깜짝 놀라셔서 이번 앨범을 굉장히 궁금해 하시는 분들이 많다고
그렇죠.
굉장히
많죠.
사진이 딱 공개됐는데 팬분들이 이런 말씀을 하시더라고요.
어떤?
방탄이 리즈구나. 리즈 방탄.
진짜 벌써?
Lizzy means like when they're the best looking, like hot.
안 돼. 벌써 리즈면 어떡해. 안 돼. 난 좀 더 잘생겨지고 싶다고. 지금 리즈면 이제 추락하는 일만 남은 거잖아. 어떡해.
이봐 현실에 만족해요.
자, 열심히 할게요.
네.
아.
욕심이 많네, 욕심이 많어.
뮤직비디오 언제 공개해요?
오늘 밤 12시에 공개됩니다.
자,
너무 신났나요? 네.
네, 8개월 공백 동안 정말 많이 노력을 했습니다. 이번 앨범 준비하느라고 정말 후회 없이 준비했고요. 정말 후회 없는 활동 되도록 정말 화양연화를 맞이하도록 열심히 활동을 할 테니 저희 팬 여러분들과 또 이 화면을 지켜보시고 계신 뭐 다른 분들까지 정말 예쁘게 봐주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
이름표 다 타주세요.
예.
이번 활동이 방탄소년단의 가장 중요한 활동일 것 같아요.
아 근데 이게 매 활동마다 그렇게 돼요. 저번 활동 때도 이번엔 정말 잘 돼야 된다. 아마 다음 앨범 준비할 때도 이번엔 진짜 잘해야 된다.
You know, if you think about it, they're between the ages of 19 to 24. That literally is 화양연화, isn't it? Like late teens to 20s, early to middle 20s. Yeah, that, you know, when you're in college and stuff. Those were the times. But the sad thing is, it's pretty tough, isn't it? Growing up. In the States too, but more so in Korea, if you think about it, all the work you have to do. But I think the reason they call it, you know, think about it, like college exam, for example, in Korea, all the study you have to do to get into college, and you don't really get to like enjoy that much. Like in the States, you might, but still, I mean, these are tough times. But I think the reason those, you know, the 화양연화 or the best times, like these to 20s, is that so many things are for the first time, and you get to experience so much stuff. You know, maybe first love, first paycheck. You know, the first time being alone. You know, so many things are, you know, just, and you're becoming your own person. You know, it's first time, but it's not following your parents. You know, when you're younger, yeah, everything is for the first time, but then you're holding your parents' hand, your mom's hand or dad's hand. You know, basically you're following them. This is the first time when they actually feel new things on their own. I think that's why it's so wonderful and beautiful.
아, 더 해야 될 것 같아요. 할 때마다 부족하지? 모르겠어요. 별로 안 슬픈가 봐요, 지금. 기분이. 슬퍼야 되는데 지금 1등 하고 있죠. 슬프지가 않아요, 지금. 화이팅!
조세파! 자, 안녕하세요. 방탄소년단입니다. 열심히 하겠습니다. 열심히 하겠습니다. 진짜 열심히 하겠습니다.
그만해 이제 나가줘 못하겠어 너 같아서 제발 핑계 같은 건 삼가줘 야 나한텐 이런 안돼
Man, second to early third gen, it was live. It was just full on live. You know, almost no backing up, no BGMs, nothing. Yeah, second and third gen, when they go to music shows, they're just, a lot of times they're just going full live, just like here, and they're awesome. These days, not so much.
K-팝의 시각적인 특성이 댄스 퍼포먼스에만 국한되는 것은 아닙니다. 뮤직비디오는 보는 음악의 시대를 여는 중요한 요소로 작용했습니다.
데뷔 초부터 방탄소년단과 작업 중인 룸펜스 감독.
요새는 뮤직비디오 역할이 좀 되게 많은 것 같아요.
룸펜스, huh? I think this is the first time hearing about this guy. So he's behind all these wonderful music videos.
새 앨범이 나왔을 때 제일 처음 접하는 게 이 뮤직비디오거든요. 음원과 동시에. 이제 그 안에 이 가수의 활동 방향, 뭐 이번 앨범의 컨셉, 전하고자 하는 메시지가 한 번에 다 들어가 있는 거거든요.
아니죠, 뮤비 잘하신다. 이런 뮤비 처음입니다. 그리고 제 이쁘고 멋있게. 이번에 근무가 없으니까 연기를 잘해야 될 것 같아요.
Hey, you older viewers out there. I mean, what, is it just me or what happened? I mean, it was so exciting in the beginning, like when the MTV came out and like 80s and then, we're watching music videos for the first time. And because before, I mean, Bang PD was talking about, how, music video is important, and then it's music is not just, listening anymore. Well, see, that's what I mean, yeah, but that actually happened during MTV and when music video actually first came out. And a lot of them were like, happy and stupid and all that stuff. But it was exciting times, we could actually watch our favorite singers and, who they look like. Because before we just mostly listened to, what do you call that? Like radio, and once in a while they come on TV or something, you get a glimpse of them and you have to go to the concert. And it was so innovative, like Michael Jackson, and I mean, there's just, it was exciting times. And then it's terrible now. They don't invest in music videos. They don't care. There's just a lot of thuggery and just, I don't know, just no, it just, they're not putting that much effort. And I think K-pop brought that back, you know, innovations and putting a lot of effort into making these music videos. And I believe they're so much better now. And, you know, just directors, everything.
좋은데 지금부터 이 차를 진영이 몰고 갈 건데요.
제가 운전하는데 제가 무서워요. 이렇게 몰아본 적이 없었어.
개인 신차량 때문에
길 가다가 불량배들한테 부딪혀가지고 맞고 과연 감정이 할 수 있을지 모르겠다.
Jerry.
I just got goosebumps, bro.
This is really dark, but the music is so bright.
They're all suffering. It sucks. I did not expect this music video to be this.
What the hell is going on in this video? My heart is racing. What the hell?
Oh no.
What? Oh my god! Oh my god!
What?
Oh my god!
This video's so dark.
This got intense.
Wow, man, this is just amazing.
Oh man, I remember this. Oh man.
I'm kind of like in shock. Like I don't even know what just happened.
You know, the thing is, I forgot about this. You know, I used to watch, well, still do, but I used to watch a lot more reaction videos. You know, I think I told you guys once that the reason I got into K-pop was I was interested in the industry themselves, and the focus was that now this is ready to go worldwide. So obviously, my eyes turned to the foreign non-Korean reactors, and to see how they, you know, how they're reacting to K-pop, and you know how fast they were growing and stuff like that. Now, yeah, I remember this. Like, you know, it was like adulthood kind of a thing. You know, before they're happy chasing girls, all that. You know, they're like early boy group feel to them. But here, you know, they're talking about like more real stuff that actual real people go through, you know, bullying or self-doubt, that transition time of becoming an adult, all that. I mean, it's becoming, we're, you know, more close to being an adult. And like, I remember, you know, some of these guys like freaking out and stuff, and I thought it was interesting, you know. The choreo was awesome too, man.
Did you feel goosebumps? Like, did you feel like a chill? That's what I got right now. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing them all like that, holy shit.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. I mean, I loved it. I really, 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 really loved it. But oh my god.
1등 할 수 있겠냐?
아니 뭐 1등 그런 거 떠나서 일단 앨범 자체는 좋아. 난 앨범 자체 노래 아주
나 이제 앨범에서 만족할 수 없다. 1등 해야 된다 이제.
맞아.
네, 5월 첫째 주 쇼 챔피언송을 확인해볼 시간입니다. 네, 5월 첫 번째 수상자는 누가 될지 궁금한데요. 화면으로 만나보겠습니다. 함께 만나보시죠. 방탄소년단 I Need You, 빅뱅, 루저. 산이, 미유, 엑소, Call Me Baby, EXID, 아 예. 네, EXID 축하드립니다. 축하드립니다.
열심히 안 하고 있는 건가? 모르겠다. 아무튼 솔직히 진짜 죽을 듯이 열심히 하는 것 같지 않다. 내 자신이 빨리 성장을 해야 되는데 요즘 뭔가 잘 안 되는 것 같다.
Man, see, this is why BTS is BTS. You know, when you fail or you don't win something, or most people, what they do is they start to find faults or problems, you know, but it's usually outside of yourself. It's always something else, like, oh, it was rigged. You know, we weren't lucky because because the lineup there was, I mean, EXID won, but the Loser by Big Bang, that's a, it's a legendary song. I mean, there were Bang all the musicians there, there were, and the songs, they're awesome, so they could have said, oh, we chose the wrong time or whatever, but like JK said, they looked, the first thing, he didn't even talk about BTS, he's talking about himself, no one else, just himself, that I should get better. Not even we should get better, it's I should get better. See, that kind of attitude will get you somewhere. And yeah, they did.
노래가 먼저인 건 확실한데 노력을 그렇게 많이 하는 것 같지도 않고 열심히 하겠다. 열심히 하자. 전국의 로그 복잡한
어때요? 라이브 세션을 들으니까 좋아요? 저는 굉장히 되게 어릴 때로 돌아간 것 같아요. 중고등학교 때 이제 뭐 길거리 버스킹도 많이 하고 또 이제 이런 소극장에서 최저 인원인 2명 앞에서도 공연해보고 그랬는데 이렇게 많은 분들 앞에서 이렇게 가까운 거리에서 공연을 하게 돼서 굉장히 기분 좋고.
제 생각에 그냥 기분이 대세는 아니지만 잘 되고 있습니다. 네, 감사합니다.
저는 지금 이 자리에 계신 저희 팬 여러분들께 굉장히 죄송합니다. 아, 여러분들 오늘 굉장히 이쁘게 하셨어요.
네, 다들 예쁘,
다
예쁘신 것 같아요.
이야.
햇살을 받아서 그런가?
어떤
그럼 바로 다음 곡으로 넘어갈 준비됐어요?
这道题请拉破怪来解答。
레몬스터. 아이고야, 입으로 하는 어휴. 빨리 좀 주세요. 빨리요. 세 개를 골라야 되는 거 아니야? 잠깐만요. 3번. 너무 어렵다. 3번, 6번, 3번, 6번, 13번? 아니, 3번하고 11번 차이가 뭐야? 아이씨, 나 세 개를 다 맞췄어요? 방탄소년단이 또 음원이 나왔습니다.
He's just too smart, man.
우리 팬들이 또 이렇게 또 준비해줘가지고요. 우리 모양을 또 감사합니다. 우리 남준이 오빠 잘해주라고. 네. 문제 맞추는데 랩몬이에게 살짝씩 양보해주세요. 사주가 조금씩 들어오네요. 그러네. 사주.
저희 오늘 랩몬스터가 부대 중이어서 저희 안무 팀장님이 대신 무대에 올라서게 되었습니다. 저희 방탄소년단 안무를 모두 다 직접 만드시는 바로 그 랩몬스터입니다.
네?
당연히 EXID 선배님이 하시겠죠. 어제도 EXID 선배님 했는데 오늘도 하시겠죠 뭐.
You know, EXID, they have, well, they have a little better ending, but basically EXID had the same thing. Was with the Brave Girls. They're about to pack. I mean, literally, they're packing. You know, they're gonna break up. They were gonna pack, and the song, it wasn't even a hit when it first came out. But they're about to quit. But for whatever reason, I think some small video went viral of one of the members doing a dance or something. I think Honey. Anyway, something went viral, and that song actually became number one, like way much later after it was released. So I love those stories where like little guys.
네, 저요? 만약에 하면 립스틱으로 이제 저희 입술을 바르고 아이니즈 무대를 하기로 했는데
아유, 좀 보기 힘들더라고요.
보이나? 잠시만요.
아이고.
이번 주에는 어떻게 예상하시나요?
그렇죠. 1위 후보에 든 것만으로도 영광입니다. 팬분들한테 살렸습니다. 사랑합니다.
도와주십시오.
도와주십시오.
와우, 5월 첫째 주 M 카운트다운 대세 아이돌 EXID와 방탄소년단의 대결 최종 결과 보여주세요.
오늘의 최종 결과 먼저 음원 판매 점수입니다.
음반 판매 점수입니다.
선호도 점수입니다.
소셜 미디어 점수입니다.
엠넷 방송.
Look at that, man. Yeah, social media. The BTS, since they started, they concentrated on like making their own vlogs and stuff. 100 to 1,000. See, they saw the future and they grabbed it.
점수입니다.
네, 마지막으로 생방송 문자 투표 점수를 합산한 오늘의 영광의 1위는
BTS.
빅히트 너무 사랑하고 저희 가족분들 너무 사랑하고 이상 타겟해주신 저희 아미분들 너무 감사합니다. 열심히 하겠습니다.
아빠 엄마 사랑해요. 우리 아미도 사랑해요.
진짜 저희를 믿고 항상 응원해주신 저희 아미 항상 정말 감사하고.
You could tell the RM was, when he was talking, he was really emotional, huh?
사랑합니다. 감사합니다. 사랑합니다.
What exactly does the first win mean for a group? The first win in general is like pretty cool, pretty important. I think that it is a good way to indicate that you are established, your new album was recognized, you have done enough and worked enough that you've kind of reached that level. You always see artists cry on their first win. I think it's a really special moment for the group that they've reached this level of achievement.
우리 스타일라이트 많이 기다렸죠? 너무 기다리게 해서 너무 미안하고 너무 감사합니다.
이승입니다. 더 들어오셔야 돼요.
Well, I kind of agree with the that YouTuber. The thing is, in order for you to win, one of these shows, it kind of says that because it's relative, you're competing against other groups, and in order to become number one, you have to beat all the other groups. Now, everybody have their fandom. Some are bigger than the other, but well, it's kind of validates that not only your fan club, but general public as a whole, has recognized you and that they love the song. So it's like a validation that now you can really, really compete and you are here to stay. So that's why they're so happy. It's a validation. Because, or else, a group with the biggest fan club will always win, right? Well, if it becomes like a BTS where its fan army is so big, yeah, then they can win all the time.
대박 진짜. 아 진짜 이게.
They look like Joker.
이리라니 감사드려요 진짜.
이 기쁜 마음 어떻게 표현할지 모르겠어요. 진짜 저희 팬 여러분들 덕분에 생각합니다. 정말 너무너무 감사드려요. 진짜 사랑해요. 진짜 사랑해요. 진짜. 아 참.
진짜 말도 안 돼요, 진짜.
아우.
Oh, Jimin is crying.
저는 기쁨이가 눈물이 안 나. 와, 진짜 너무 좋아갖고. 아니, 진짜 너무.
어이가 없어가지고.
와, 나 진짜 나도. 와. 야, 지민아, 얘기 좀 해봐. 이때 이쪽 못 순간이다.
아 진짜 생일 파티 같아. 아 몰래 카메라 같아요. 아.
와, 진짜 깜짝 놀랐어.
아 좋네.
진짜 고생했다. 아, 어떻게 해, 진짜. 아, 진짜 좋네요. 진짜 열심히 할 것 같아요. 진짜 잊지 않겠습니다, 진짜 좀.
Oh, man.
근데 2010년부터 그게 점점 등장하는 듯 했어. 저희 회사에 어떤 사람이 찾아옵니다. 4억을 주시면 한 달 정도는 1위에 고정해드릴 수 있습니다. 그냥 발표만 했다고 하면 1위를 하는 거야. 그냥 통계적으로 봤을 때는 그렇게 많을 수가 없는 광고, 팬, 행사, 수익, 드라마 캐스팅이 될 수도 있고 그룹이면 그러니까 의혹이 있을 수밖에 없는 그런 분들이 그런 일들이 좀 있었어요.
방탄소년단 축하합니다. 방탄소년단 축하합니다.
Well, I thought this was a happy one. God. Gosh darn it.
더 열심히 해서 더 저희가 보답하겠습니다. 상이 되게 무겁네요. 이 무게를 기억하고 나올 때도 열심히 했습니다. 감사합니다. 예, 상 받았다! 고마워요.
사랑해요, 우리 아미 여러분들. 아, 진짜 고생했어요.
우리 레몬 형이 제일 고생 많이 했어. 우리 활동하기 시작하기 전부터 레몬 형이 되게 막 걱정 많이 하고 이제 혼자 되게 힘들었는데 이제 팬분들이 되게 저희 이거밖에 만들어 주신 것 같아요. 아 레몬 형이 되게 대신 불러주네.
몰라요.
내일은 정말 다 같이 놀 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다. 왜냐하면 우리 팀에는 무기력한 사람들이 좀 몇몇 있어가지고 같이 놀고 싶어도 야 건들지 마 하니까 그 사람들이 좀 놀 수 있게.
Oh, by the way, I think just a while ago, I think there were formal investigation and study into the sajeki, buying albums and using the online systems to change the popularity and manipulate it, and they found that it does work, that it does exist, and it's a thing. So there's reality to that. The fact that the Bang PD had no money, not enough money to do such a thing, or it's just not his style anyway. yeah, it just isn't. Bang PD and BTS, it's one of the fewer groups where when I look at them, it's like the company too. It's very intellectual. There's some substance, you know, in why they made the company, how they made the company, even the logo. You know, there's philosophy behind these guys, and they just wouldn't. You know, and they didn't have the means, and they're just stupid. I think the whole thing is that there is that practice. It does exist and did exist. I think it'll be more difficult now because I think the government is going to crack down on it. But it's just a good thing. The thing is, there's just it's the fact that, you know, they couldn't believe such a small company would, you know, they would do this well, and they had no idea because you know, there are some groups that were little popular or very popular, like in like Japan or, you know, limited areas, or in like China in Asian thing, but they never saw worldwide support for a group before, and BTS had that, you know, from the beginning. You know, it was growing with BTS, so they just couldn't believe like how well they were doing, and they assumed there's a foul play, or they're just haters. Haters will hate.
말레이시아. 말레이시아로 가야겠다. 휴가 받으면 진짜로. 와, 세상에 어떻게 이럴 수가 있지? 와, 진짜. 이건 5년 만에 이렇게 많이 먹은 건 처음인 것 같아. 꽃게 잡고 싶다. 꽃게가 살까요?
Yes, they do. Did you guys see that? It is so sad. Yeah, wait. Look at Sugar's legs, man. It's just, you know, he's up all night writing songs in front of computer and all that, and never get to go out. See, that's what happens, man. It's pale. It doesn't need makeup, man. It's just pale. Look how white it is.
저희는 지금 이제 동물원으로 가는데요.
이거 타고 가는 건가?
야, 서, 야, 제2호.
Why did they make BTS wear this ridiculous? This is what you would wear like in kindergarten or something.
코끼리 때문에 침이 바지에 다 젖었어요. 아, 코끼리 침도 참 세구나. 실제로 처음 봤고요. 호랑이 실제로 처음 봤고, 뭐 이상한 새들도 있고.
Would you guys tell me why, you know, why they went to the Malaysia, maybe? And they're actually letting them play, which is great. You know, they've been to like Russia or some other country like United States, but it was to work mainly, and no time to play other than. But here, they, for the first time, I think they're actually giving them time to play.
그때 우리가 쌓인 피로들이 다 싹 다 날아간 거죠. 네, 좋았어요.
2015년 5월 13일 김남준의 로그. 화보도 금방금방 찍고 그리고 수영장에서 수영도 하고 애들이
Don't need to tell me. They went there to take pictures for the picture, you know, the picture book.
수영할 때 나는 주로 의자에 앉아서 애들을 감상하며
오늘이 마지막이다. 약 2시간 뒤면 이제 한국으로 돌아갈 것 같다.
예스가.
내일이면 다시 누워서 하고 있겠지 뭐.
한
한 3일 정도만 더 있었으면 좋겠다. 다들 멤버들도 스트레스도 좀 많이 쌓이고 좀 할 때였는데 예민해지고 근데 딱 좋은 타이밍에 화보를 찍으면서 힐링을 할 수 있었던 것 같아서 잘 먹으면서 잘 마무리 짓고 조심히 하고 돌아가도록 하겠다. 좀 다음에 오면 되지. 다음에 있다 우리. 자.
You could tell JK really didn't wanted to leave. Like like a kid. This is nice to see.
2015년 5월 13일 수요일 전국과 지민의 로고! 끝! 아, 최고야. 야, 이거 너무 야하다.
영화는 자막을 달고 나가니까 세계로 수출이 가능하겠지만 한국어로 된 음악은 언어 장벽 때문에 세계 시장에 나가는 게 어렵지 않겠냐는 이야기를 들었었습니다. 그런데 한국어로 노래하는 방탄소년단과 K-팝 아티스트들의 열광하는 세계 팬들을 보면서 음악도 가능하다는 것을 실감하고 있습니다.
전설을 만들 거예요.
Oh yeah.
한국이 말 좀 해야지.
That's the go-to move for J-Hope, huh? Oh. What? Nope, not a soy sauce egg. Nope. 백반석 means it's a type of a rock. Which radiates heat really well. So when you guys go to the bathhouses or those what do you call that, the like sauna in Korean sauna. The thing is you eat eggs, but they're not boiled. They're cooked by hitting them on a rock, so you kind of almost like they're like roasted. So here they're talking about he's looking like a roasted egg. The reason they're calling it soy sauce egg, I think maybe oh yeah, that is smart. Good translation. Because when you roast an egg, it becomes dark. It's kind of little brownish color. It turns color. It doesn't stay white. So when you peel it, it gets smaller. It lost some the water evaporated. So it's smaller and it's dark brown. So yeah, I think that would be too difficult to describe. But soy sauce egg, that's pretty darn good because I think the person is making fun of him for being a certain shape and certain color. That he looks dark. Oh, and that's a good translation. Well, thank you guys. Except for that, the idiots calling them like 사재기 thing, buying albums to manipulate popularity of a group. Other than that stupidity. And this was, 화양연화, the best time of their life. Perhaps the first win, first really complex music videos. The first taste of actually succeeding. And, even going to Malaysia, I think that was the first time in 5 years when they actually played together for whatever short time. I mean, so Yeah, it's well made. It's all about the best moment in life, you know, feeling or experiencing new things on your own for the first time. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.